Interestingly, the Cyberabad police chief also disapproves the contention of provocative dress as root cause for increase in crime against women. He feels women has right to wear whatever clothes she wants, but it's we in law enforcing authorities should devise better mechanism among all concerned parties like police, transport department, employer and employees to plug all loopholes. This what he says to such a question.
I don't subscribe to that view. Crime against women is there in the mind of the people who want to do it. Now, how far we need to go on this is something which my belief is that the present day generation is such that women will come out to work, and it is their freedom that as to how to dress or how to move. It is their freedom. The only thing we advise in our awareness sessions is just be watchful of your surroundings, because every woman has a sixth sense. That is one of the tagline of the movie made by with Sania Mirza in the lead role of one of our films. That every woman has a sixth sense. Please respect that. When you get into a cab, please have instead of being busy talking on a cell phone or doing chatting on the telephone, on the cell phone, you would be distracted. You would not notice what type of cab you are getting into. Is it an official cab? Is it a private car? And what type of people are sitting around you? Are the drivers looking safe? You just need to be careful about your surroundings. But I would not go into the issue of dressing and all, because that is an individual right, and it is the job of the police and other government agencies to protect women in whatever shape and condition they are. Yeah, she cabs have not been launched by the GHMC, and they have yet to take off, because we have noticed that women drivers are not coming forth. So it requires a huge awareness drive and a campaign before it becomes successful. It has taken off quite well in Kerala, I heard, but I'm sure with a sustained campaign, she cabs will take off, and they'll definitely play a very salutary role in minimizing the crime against women, if they can take off and on a big scale, and more number of women drivers can be employed in cabs. As far as she teams goes, definitely they will help in curbing crime against women at the initial stage, that is the eve teasing stage, and that is where every criminal starts. He starts by eve teasing on the roads, then he gets emboldened, and then he goes on to do other things like rape and murder. So we need to curb this at that initial stage, and the she teams also will definitely be. Now, we have taken a lot of initiatives in the IT corridor, and we are expanding this to the other parts of Cyberabad. One is it's a 5-pronged strategy. One is that the public transport has to be wide enough to cover all the areas, especially of the IT corridor, so that women can get into public transport. As of now, we see that a lot of areas in the IT corridor are not covered by buses, RTC buses. So we requested the RTC, and they deployed 40 buses. We need another 40 or 50 of them. 350 additional trips were introduced, so that every part of the corridor is covered. Of course, lots needs to be done, and the principle was that every 10 minutes there would be a bus, so that women employees don't get into cabs or autos in a hurry waiting for a bus. So more public transport is a very basic necessity to control this type of crimes, because public transport is safe. Even if slightly delayed, it is always safe. Second is to curb private transport and keep a strict watch over who is driving these cabs and autos. The third thing is we have increased our policing and visibility by a great extent. We have deployed a lot of IT patrols. We have started a lot of checkposts in these areas, with a lot of deployment of armed police personnel who keep checking vehicles and create a type of deterrence. Then we have also deployed the new patrol vehicles, interceptors and blue colts, over a wide area in Cyberabad, and we try to cover every nook and corner of the 3,700 square kilometers of this commissionerate. Then we have taken up the CCTV project. We feel the CCTVs are very necessary to keep a watch on what's happening in institutions, whether it be hotels, colleges, or any other. To keep a watch on what's happening, every institution needs to have CCTVs. And now in Telangana state, by Public Safety Act, this is absolutely compulsory. Every institution, every business establishment has to install CCTVs. So we are taking up this awareness campaign, and very soon we'll be enforcing it, so that everyone puts up CCTVs in their shops, in their malls, in their schools, in their hospitals. This will go a long way in deterring crime against women. Then the fifth one is the awareness campaign, which we have taken up on a big scale. We want to cover every nook and corner, all colleges, all schools. Child abuse also is a big problem. The use of porn sites is encouraging crime against children and women. The control over porn and child porn and porn also has to be brought in. There is discussion by the government with the IT minister and IT secretary, both in discussion with the ISPs on how to control this. So this is a multi-pronged strategy which is going on. The helpline, women helpline is going to come. The women help centers. Every police station will have a women help desk in future. So these are the steps we are contemplating to take in the near future. Yeah, definitely the Metro Rail project, once completed, will ease traffic a lot, because I see when I was heading traffic police in Hyderabad, I noticed that a lot of commuters are coming from the other parts of the city like Vanasthalipuram, Alwal, to the IT corridor zone and then going back. It takes almost 2 hours for them. Now with the Metro Rail coming, they will take the Metro Rail and they will travel very safely and comfortably. And that number of vehicles coming from those areas will reduce. So definitely Metro Rail, but what will happen is, in the meanwhile, when the Metro Rail is being completed, lot of vehicles will be added. That is, as of now, maybe in Hyderabad and Cyberabad together, there are about 42 to 45 lakh vehicles. By the time it gets completed, it may be 50 to 55 lakhs. So these additional vehicles will keep coming onto the road, but definitely Metro Rail will curb the traffic which is constituted by two-wheelers and people who travel by the lower grades of transport. And it will be a very beautiful alternative and definitely ease the traffic congestion in Hyderabad city. Yes, drunk driving enforcement was started 3 years ago in Hyderabad city, and it has now become a way of life. It has been done very successfully, and Hyderabad people are now taken to it positively. There is a positive change in attitude in those who go for parties, social drinkers, and they are now, we have seen that everyone is taking precautions, that there is a designated driver system. Pubs, hotels are also putting in place cabs for people to hire and go back. Because the enforcement has been quite strict, there have been jail sentences, and the traffic police has been quite severe in Hyderabad and Cyberabad on drunk driving. What we have seen is, the result is that accidents have come down by a great extent. The gory deaths which we used to see in accidents in the ORR or on other roads due to racing, speeding when under influence of drink, those accidents we used to find cars in Hussain Sagar Lake, and in all sorts of places, because of the way people used to drive and get themselves killed. So now all those incidents are not seen. I mean, we have not reported even one such grave accident. There are accidents going on, but for instance, you take Cyberabad itself. Last year there were about 1100 deaths. This year it's going to be about 900 or 950. So we reducing 150 deaths in a year is quite a big achievement, and this drive will go on with better engineering of the roads, where slip roads are given and service roads are given to the highways. I am sure a lot of the deaths in accidents can be reduced in the days to come. Actually, after the Nirbhaya incident, there have been other incidents in other cities, like the Abhaya incident in Hyderabad itself, where an IT employee, MNC employee.